you requires 4 times tr slash tr, tr slash tr, tr slash tr, and lastly tr and slash tr. And in each row you want 3 cells. That means either it is covered through th or it is covered through td. Now in a table tag, we will now going to discuss some attributes of table tag. And the attributes in the table tags are align. Align attribute is used for alignment of your content. It could be having values left, right or center, or somewhere it is justify as well. The next attribute is background color. Once you set background color, your table will be comes with some background. Border, you can even use border, and sometimes if you want the matter shown in the tabular format but you don't want the borders to be appears, you can even set border equal to 0. That means you want the content in the tabular format in the proper structural format, but you don't want the borders to be shown, so you can specify border equal. Next attribute is width. In width you can specify pixel value 100 pixel, 200 pixel, 300 pixel, or you can even specify percentile value, that is 70%, 80%. So when you specify some pixel, strictly particular for that particular pixel only tables will comes. And if you specify percentile value rational to your full screen size, the table would be adjusted. And next two attributes are cell padding and cell spacing. Now even cell padding and cell spacing require clear differentiation. So to understand the differentiation, in the below figure I have shown both of the parts. See, here is a 2 by 2 table, that is 2 row and 2 column. Here when you are having some content, the content would be appear in this block, and this is the border portion. So to understand cell spacing is a kind of space which been available between your content portion and border. That is called as a cell spacing, the space between two different cells. And the next attribute, that is cell padding. Now cell padding is a kind of attribute which show you the space between content and the border. So you can understand this will, when you increase cell spacing, actually space between two different cells is going to be increased, but content and border remain having no space. While when you specify cell padding, the cell padding will put the space between your border and the content. Now moving ahead with HTML table, normally we see when we write some table, we could see the some cells would be merged. That is called, the idea is called as a merging cells in HTML. But to understand this merging cells in HTML, we require to understand two specific attributes, that is called col span and row span. Now in the below figure you can see col span is an attribute through which you can merge your column. That means here this table is of 2 by 2, but in this 2 by 2 I have merged first row with 2 column. So this is called a col span, where your column is spanning between 2 cells or maybe more than 2 cells. In the similar mode, to understand row span, you can see here this table is also 2 by 2, but here I am not merging my cell horizontally, now I am merging with vertically. That means I want my cells to be merged in the row manner, that is row span. So here my cell is extended towards vertical dimension. So this is the two difference between col span and row span. To understand in the clear mode how we can write this thing, suppose I want these tables to be implemented. So as we can see, this is 2 by 2 table. When it is 2 by 2 table, always there are 2 tr blocks comes into the table. So your code block start with table and with table. Between table portion you requires tr slash tr, tr slash tr. That means you are making the provision of 2 row. So here is a tr slash tr, tr slash tr. But in this row, now see, when you see the second line, in the second line you are able to see two different cells. So I have put TD slash TD, TD slash TD. But for your first row, in the first row, you are having one cell only, and that cell is merged with the adjoint second cell. That means it is been merged in the mode of col span. So here you have to write col span equal to 2 in your TD tag. And when you are extending the TD tag, in that case what will happen? As the cell is already extended, you don't have any option to declare second TD. So in this way you can merge your cell. Similarly, to understand the second example, so when you understand second example, you can have clear idea between row span and col span. Now this is also 2 by 2 cell, 2 by 2 table. That means 2 row and 2 column. Here you can see in my first row I have started with TR. I have written TD, that means I am talking about this cell. Then I have used TD with row span equal to 2. That means my second cell is expanded to the second row. So here, once this cell is expanded, in second row you could have just option declaring one cell only. So in second TR, I have just specified one TD, that is TD and slash TD. Now this is also one kind of complicated table example where we have so many merging happening. So to understand this example, you can see this table is representing 5 by 5. That means in this table there are 5 rows and 5 columns. But here you can see this is col span. I have declared col span 3 because this is merging 3 different cells. This is normal cell, this is again normal cell. Here I have used row span 4. That means this particular cell is merged with 4 different rows. So row span equal to 4. That means this particular cell 1, cell 2, cell 3 and fourth cell, this all four cell is representing one single cell. That is been possible through row span equal to 4. Now here you have to understand this particular portion because here we are using 2 attributes at once. Now in the 9th cell you can see we have not only used col span, that is col span equal to 2, which is merging 2 cell horizontally, but along with that we have also used row span equal to 3. That means that is cell is merged to the 3 different row. So here when you see the 9th cell is a combination of 6 different cell, 2 columns and 3 row. That is representing a single cell, and that is possible through col span and row span both. Now friends, we can see when you are surfing with a website, here I have shown one example. This is almost all of you are knowing that when you are surfing with any website, when you are clicking somewhere, you are able to redirect from one page to another page. So we can say website is nothing but website is having so many web pages, and these all web pages are available in web server. But when you are requesting to the website, you are seeing the first web page, and from moving ahead from one page to another page, you are required to click somewhere. Now normally when we are clicking, we don't know where we are clicking. But when you are clicking on any text or any image, it is actually hyperlink. So hyperlink is an important aspect of HTML. Now in our example you can see this is the Google web page where I have typed India keywords, and when I enter, Google is showing me so many results in their web page, and all these results is having some blue line. This blue line is nothing but when you click on it, with suppose if I'll be clicking over here, what will happen? I'll be moving from one page to another page. Suppose I'm clicking in Google, see this is the output where you can see this is some news portion showing in the Google. This is the Wikipedia result showing in the Google. This is images for India keyword search, and here is a short summary which been retrieved through different blended result. So in any of the links, see everywhere you are seeing the hyperlinks. Not only with result, Here also, this is all results coming. If you want this India's to be resulted with news portion only, I am able to click over here. If I want some images to be appear for this India keyword, I am able to click over here. So in any website, when you are clicking somewhere, and if you are moving from one page to another page, or when you are moving from one result to another result, you are actually using hyperlink. So what is hyperlink? We are going to understand hyperlink. Now, hyperlink in HTML is, you can write an hyperlink through the tag that is A. A is a full form of A is actually anchor. So A is a tag. A tag defines an hyperlink. In the website, all the pages were linked with each other is using hyperlink. So we have already discussed static and dynamic website. In static website, all of the pages are actually predefinedly hyperlinked with another. Say for example, if your website consists 15 page, so you required somewhere menu to be designed. In the menu, you have to write some keywords, and when people will click on these keywords, they are able to move from one page to another, another page to another, and so on. And not only that, these all pages are again interlinked in any particular mode. And when we want to understand hyperlink, hyperlink can be developed through A tag, and this A tag consists some important attributes, and these important attributes are, the first attribute is href, that is called hyperreference, that is href. Second attribute is name, and third attribute is a target. Now, can we only hyperlink the content? That means when we click on the text and we are moving from one page to another page, but in some of the website we are able to click on image as well. So text cannot be only hyperlink. You can also make your image as an hyperlink. So image could be also hyperlink. Now, to understand hyperlink in HTML, see, here is an example. You can write A tag. In the A tag, you have to specify href. In href attribute, I have specified second.html, and my A tag is covered with text click here. So click here is an actual text which is going to be shown in the output, and when user will click on it, it will move from whatever existing page is there. From there it will move to the second.html page. Similarly, in the next example, I have written ahref equal to home.html, where this A hyperlink is covered under img tag, and this img tag consists src, and now src is an image statement. So image src home.jpg is representing some image, and when users will clicking on that particular image, it will move to the home.html portion. So you can click with text or image, you can send users from one page to another page. This is called linking. Linking is nothing but linking is possible through hypertext linking, that is called hyperlink. Now, does hyperlink is only useful for moving from one page to another? No. Hyperlink is also useful for setting the bookmark. In the example, somewhere we are using ebooks. Now when you are reading the ebooks, normally what happens, when you are starting ebooks reading, you are very first seeing the content, the context, that is called chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 and so on. Now when you click on chapter 1, the chapter 1 is showing you some detailed topic that is covered with topic 1 having some name, topic 2 having some name and so on. And this ebooks is having so many content. Now when user is reading from one page to another page, he would likes to move from one portion to second portion to third portion. Now somewhere it is having some reference. So again moving from third portion to directly first portion, from first portion to second portion. Now how it is possible? This is only possible through bookmark. When you set bookmark is again important portion. The bookmark concept comes through like when you are reading the books. Normally what we do, we start reading from first page, second page and so on. But at some moment, if we have some important work, we are putting something between them. That is called bookmark. We are marking something so that when I'll come back, I can start reading from that particular portion only. So to understand bookmark, the same tag, hyperlink tag A is used. So when you want some positions to be bookmarked, you have to declare this bookmark position with A and use the attribute name. Specify the attribute name and give your customized name like home or maybe chapter 1 or maybe some topic name, whatever you like to do. And when you want users to come over that particular bookmark position, you have to write a href and use hashtag and bookmark name. So use the contents, that is go to home. This is my content which has been shown to the user. Now when users is clicking to go to home, it is actually sending users to the home bookmark position. So in ebooks or other reading, we are normally setting so many bookmarks. Now one more thing which we have to understand in hyperlinking is, here I have shown one example. Friends, you can see this is my image where I want some things to be hyperlinked. But I don't want a single hyperlinks to be set in this image. I want different portions to be set with different hyperlink. So what I'll do is, in these pictures, you can see 3 different objects. Sun is there, then Mercury is shown in the very small size and Venus is shown with some little size. Now I want 3 different hyperlinks to be set with this particular image. So what I can do is, at that time I can use area tag. To understand area tag, we can see I have very first declare img tag. In img tag I have used src attribute. In src attribute I have put planets.gif. So this planets.gif is my image which is shown over here. And this planets.gif is shown with specific width, that is width 145, height 126. I have also used alternative text, that is planets, and I have used this particular attribute that is called use map. Now use map is a kind of attribute through which